New Hope by Team Zug. 1964. Barrow and Furnace. Once on a cold dark siding on the other railway, in a yard in Barrow and Furnace, were a line of steam locomotives. Most of them had their faces removed, replaced with smoke box doors, and that was that. Many were dead already when he first arrived to be cut up. Others were given the final firing, or worse, if they refused to resist. Out of the many engines that were left in the scrapyard, only 2 little tank engines were left alive. Those 2 were former LMS tank engine Ginty and a former LMS Pug. Both hoped that someone, anyone, will find them, buy them, and take them on a heritage railway or put them in a museum. They had hope, but it died soon after, when a little blue tank engine was passing by the scrapyard, on its way trying to get back to Sodor. He saw them. Many engines made a break for it, returned to Sodor. That tank engine was none other than Thomas the Tank Engine himself. He saw as many tank engines were dead, scrapped. However, the particular 2 that he known that used to visit Sodor a long time ago were technically still alive, but he never saw them because they were at the very back. Those 2 tank engines, Ginty and Pug, began to lose hope every single day. You know, Pug, I think this is the end for us. I agree so, Ginty. We had our moments. Yeah, like the time that you accidentally got one of the Patriots a shower, so to speak. Hey, it's not my fault he was so dumb to follow the trick and crash into tankers of water. Yeah, that was the memories. Or and the time you accidentally switched the Coronation Pacific's train with a garbage train. Yeah, good memories. But I feel it's over. Yeah. As the 2 old engines began to close their eyes, probably assumed the worst, then they heard footsteps. This might be it, Pug. They cut his torch. But just then, someone came. Psst, Ginty, it might not be the end. Look, said Bug. And he was right. Out stepped the corners of the scrapyard was a man in a really nice suit. He walked up to one of the workmen, the scrap foreman, and asked him, sir, said the foreman, who are you? You can't walk around here, this is scrapyard property. I quite understand it, said the man, but I'm looking for some engines to work on my railway. I ain't got a railway, are you the fucking drawer or something? No, I'm someone who's better. My name is Arthur Boggiston. I own a railway on a little island, quite close to Sodor, and quite close to your station and yard. I was looking for some engines, little tank engines to work in my yards. Well, you could find any of them here. If find any of them alive, you can have them for a good price. That's very kind of you. Now then, what do you got? So the man looked around the yard, and he only found the 2 little tank engines, Ginty and Pug, at the back of the queue. Excuse me, sir, he asked. Who are these two engines? Them, Ginty and Bug. They've been working here since... I don't bloody know how long they've been working here. Are they good workers? Oh yes. It's a shame we have to withdraw them and send them to this scrapyard. Now, if you really want them, you can have them for cheap. Since I got a Class O diesel shunters replacing them. That's very kind of you. Right then. Where should we sign the paperwork? The motor officer. Thank you. Can you believe it, Ginty? Said Pug. We're not going to be scrapped after all. Hooray, said Ginty. They were both really happy that they were finally going to have a fresh new life away from British Railways. It was night by the time they have to leave the scrapyard and go to their new home. Normally, Ginty and Pug would say goodbye to anyone, but there was no one to say goodbye to. As they arrived, a Class 40 diesel locomotive was assigned to take them to their new home. That diesel in question was someone that you might already know. That diesel was D261. He was tasked by British Railways to take the two little tank engines to their new home. He was not happy. He was looking forward to a nice long rest in the sheds, but no, he has to take two little tank engines to another railway that's near Sodor. He hated it, especially when he had to do it at night. Ugh, come on! Keep up, you old steam kettles, said the diesel. I don't know why I have to take you all the way from Barrow to another railway that I didn't even know existed. He groaned. Why do people see good intentions in you old kettles these days? Just why? He grumbled. The sooner we get this job over, the sooner I can go back to my shed, he said. Ginty and Pug didn't make any eye contact with the diesel. They didn't speak until they arrived at the works at the new home. While at the works, Ginty and Pug were living the life they deserved. Workmen wasted no time in restoring the two tank engines to their former glory. They began by removing all the scrap and wood off their tanks and began restoring them to their former glory. Ginty and Pug were chatting like they haven't chatted before, knowing that they finally had the happy ending that they both deserved. Man, I wish the others could see us now, said Ginty. I know. Can't even believe we were just lucky. I know. Nothing could go wrong. As they were both chatting, someone was coming back down next to them. Just then, a big blue engine came next to them. He backed down to the shed next to Ginty. Excuse me, he said, in a charming way. Is this spot taken? No, of course not, said Ginty. Help yourself, said Bug. Nice to meet you. So, you two must be the lucky tank engines I see that our owner, Arthur Boggiston, purchased. Why, yes we are. I'm proud of it. What are your names? Said the engine. My name's Ginty, and I'm Pug. Oh, such fascinating names. It really fits the both of you. Why, thank you. What's your name? Well, my number is 98462, but everyone around here calls me Alfred, for an important reason. Ooh, why is that? Well, you could say I was a hero, so to speak, or I was named after someone very important. Ooh, but that's enough of me. So, tell me all about your lives. And with that, Ginty and Pug told Alfred about their lives on the LMS and British Railways before joining them. They also mentioned the time they went to the Isle of Sodor. But when he finished, Alfred's face changed. You mean the North Western Railway? were the Fat Controls engines? My yes, said Pug. What about it? Oh, you do not want to go there ever again. Why? What's wrong? Said Ginty. Well, the control there is a cruel man. But his engines are not innocent either. They're all just as bad. How come? Said Pug. Well, me and two of my friends, 87506, aka Croven, and Alec Greedy, we went to the Isle Sodor to start a new life. However, they did not accept us into our family. For one, they blame Alec Greedy for eating apples, even though those dreadful Sunday school children made it happen. And they also insulted Croven, calling him a fat crow. And they also mocked me and my siblings. Yes. And even though there were LME oranges as well, they said nationalizations were terrible ideas. They said that if you don't like the original ideas, then you are not part of the railway. The worst thing is that 3 such engines, Edward, Henry and Gordon, they caused a big accident with dynamite and blamed it on me, Croven and Alec Greedy. We were sent packing for no reason. I'll tell you, the moment I was sent here during the war was the best thing ever. Because when Boggiston purchased us, we wanted to show him we are just as good as them. But the next time I saw that galloping sausage, he called me something worse. A disgrace to my designer. And he also said that my class should never even been thought of. Do you know what we were good as? Generators. Yes. It broke me, made me cry, and I basically had to go through therapy ever since he called me that. Oh, that's horrible. It was. And you know little tank engine Thomas? Yeah, there was this the first tank engine we got is Albert. When Thomas came over to help around, he literally shoved Albert into a ditch. And the other one, the green caterpillar, Percy, even called him a waste of space. But Percy will never do that. He's our friend. Friend? More like enemy. You know what they say, young one? Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. You mean he pretended to be our friend? Yes. You can never trust people these days. Oh. Yes. But luckily you got us. We're a family here. We look out for one another. And I suggest you do the same thing. If you want to help our control be happy, I suggest you learn the truth, said Alfred. Oh, look at the time. I must be off. Toodaloo, said Alfred. And with a blow of his whistle, and with that, Alfred left. He left to take a midnight special, laughing. Idiots, he said to himself, leaving Ginty and Pug behind. His plan had worked. How dare they do that to Boggiston's engines, said Ginty. I can't believe it, said Pug. I thought we were friends with Percy. I guess not. Well then, next time we see that blue puffball on wheels and the green caterpillar on wheels, we're going to show them that Boggiston engines are better than the Fat Hat's engines. Hear, hear, said Pug. And this is for leaving us in the scrapyard, said Ginty. Aye, they're out for them all. They only care about themselves, said Pug. Ginty and Pug were restored into working order, and after that they were assigned to their normal shunting duties on the Boggiston Railway. They worked hard, and they've proven that they were the right choices for the yard. As time went on, more engines arrived. In fact, even diesels eventually joined the railway. However, during when the diesels would join the line, Arthur Boggiston retired. And who replaced him? His son, Phil Boggiston. Phil Boggiston hated the North Western Railway with a burning passion. And when he found out that his engines hated the North Western Railway just as much as he did, he loved his job, and he treats his engines like his children, and they were very loyal to him. Because Ginty and Pug were manipulated by Alfred, they believed that North Western engines were nothing but trouble, and because of this, they get a feud respect from the other engines. Even the bigger engines treated them with respect. Not bad, Pug. Thanks, Groven. However, some nights, Ginty and Pug argued, and they always argue about the same thing. They argue about their old friend, Percy, and why he did the things they did to their friends. But they didn't know that Alfred was lying to them, manipulating them to do his bidding, and because of that, Ginty and Pug went down a path of hating the North Western Railway. We'll get tired for some engines, but as long as they hate the North Western Railway just as much as they did, it'll be alright for them in the end. I hope one day Ginty and Pug find out about the truth. Do you?